Okay, well, we're doing some operations on the combine today. If you guys remember some previous videos, we had to do some work to it. This is probably as deep as we'll have to go. From here on out, we're putting it back together. This piece right here was required to replace when we went to go through and replace. Oh, it's over here. This piece. This is all the bearings were pressed on. These are all brand new bearings. Quick recap, the keyway was shot on it. It had some grooves on the old one. This piece also, you see how I can wiggle that back and forth? You cannot do that at all with the new one. So we're figuring what was going on is that it was allowing that shaft to move ever so slightly or maybe quite significantly, and it was affecting the seal. Well, there's actually two seals on here. We figured it was leaking out a little bit out of both. So we went through, this is the old one, and managed to find its way into the pie dish, but it does have some wearing on it through here. Ever so subtle, but seems how this piece came with everything else. We went ahead, well, it's required, we went ahead and
so they're a matched set.
Yeah, it's a matched set. Really didn't take us too long to get this pulled out. Let's see how much you guys can see. We got the skid steer accessory light system going on the Bobcat right now, but if I can get up here without whoa. This is through here. Oh, hold on. There we go. This in through here is that where that piece I just showed you goes into. Then that shaft goes down through the grain tank. Is sitting down in there. It really isn't going to be too bad. Like, the most strenuous part of it is going to be getting that part back up in here and tighten back up. Then really doing the rest of it is like a walk in the park, because we've done this a couple times now. You can see the oil reservoir down in there. It's right, not too overly far from the opening here. So at least I know the oil is up to where it should be. I just checked it. We're going to go through and kind of douse everything with oil when we go to put it back in, just to make sure it does have even slight coating of oil on it, so we're not running anything metal on metal, even though it's brand new. So I think we're going to go ahead and get this back together. I'll try to give you guys another update here. So hold on. I'm thinking we still got a couple pieces left to go. When you do big jobs like this, it's not very uncommon that you have a few parts and pieces left over. It's just stuff the manufacturer could have, you know, deleted that we didn't really need in the first place.
Throw them away.
Yeah, you just throw them away and go from there. That is sarcasm, folks, but yeah, we usually have parts left over. Brian, what do you think of that awesome handy tool there?
Sweet.
So tell Herschel thank you.
Thanks, Herschel, for making my life act a lot easier.
Yeah, I sent him a text the other day. What Ryan's doing right now is he's tightening that spring up. That is with the standard wrench, like a 45-minute job. Oh, sorry. I did it the other day in less than 2 minutes. So little odd jobs like that really come in handy. The combine, I believe I told him when he dropped this off that the combine was a big thing that came to mind when it come to doing these jobs like this. It's got a nice little tool set and everything, but hopefully this will fix the combine. Everything is pretty well back where it should be. We had that piece off the front there, we got that back in. That was literally like the worst part, just because it takes 4 hands to do a job that would really help if we had like 6 or 7. Just awkward to really get into for the most part. I was standing down in the grain tank right next to me. I was able to hold it up, and Dad was able to get the hardware in. But that should hopefully end the leaking problem. Combine, we're gonna have to go through. I gotta do the fuel filter on it yet. It's greased. We just got done greasing it. Ryan got done with that one here. Trouble just showed up. Ryan, say hi to the world. Well, I can climb down. I don't need Ryan's butt in my face. Hey, honey. Come over here out of the weather, or out of the fan. Away from the fan. Yeah, see, that's why we want to get away from the fan. Well, I guess I didn't carry through my promise of showing you everything that was going back together. To be quite honest, it went together really quick, which was in large part why I didn't catch much of it on camera, because it went together fairly simple, or it was fairly easy. We really didn't have any issues with it after we got that back shaft on, that shaft back on and everything. That large gear that I showed you in the earlier part of the video, that was probably the most tedious part, or I guess physically demanding part. The tedious part would be what we're doing right now. We just got done mounting the side panel back on the combine. That takes a little bit of coordination between everybody. Really simple once you figure out how to do it. The combine, I can go ahead and say that is like 90%-ish done. I've told you already everything that we have to go through and do to it yet. A lot of little things. 2 to 3 to maybe 4 hours if I took my time, and the combine could be labeled as ready to harvest. The grain bin, hopefully as of today, maybe we made some headway on it. They were supposed to show up, and unless the weather is a contributing factor, because they literally are saying rain for this whole week. They started saying rain, well, it was today, Tuesday, and they started saying rain last Friday, which we got, by the way, and it's rained every day since, and it's really taken a toll on everything because the moisture in the soil is full. The ground can't take any more in, and it's pretty much just running off and making a mess. But like I said to who was I talking to earlier, hopefully we can get all this extra excess moisture out of our forecast, and when we are ready to start harvesting, it's going to let us go ahead and at least get a running start at harvest. Last year we were, what was it, the 3rd week of October, we were rained out for about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and that was kind of a nail biter too, because when the harvest, or when the crops are ready to come out of the field and you literally can't do it. Being a farmer, everybody that is watching the channel that has farmed before, that hasn't played just Farm Simulator, knows that it happens, that Mother Nature does not necessarily work in your favor most of the time. So we're all grateful that we got this job done, though. Really weren't looking forward to it by any means, but we found a couple of things wrong there that were subtle enough that would have contributed to the oil leak. So in the past, when this was leaking, because it's been an issue, I think from the 1st or 2nd year we had this combine, we always checked the oil levels. It never ran low or anything like that. So I mean, it's not like it was a huge potential problem, but it was an annoying problem that was always irritating because the back of the combine was covered in dirt, dust, and oil, which, if not properly managed or watched, that could have led to a potential fire, because the engine is right there, and when you start talking about dirt, dust, heat, and oil, you start talking about some serious problems. So I think this is going to be the last real
update video as far as what's going on with the combine. I might do a mounting video for like that Midland radio or something like that. Something, you know, just kind of, this is what we did. But yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get more footage, but I'm just grateful that this job is done. So until tomorrow, take care, take it easy, keep in touch. Thanks for hanging around.